everybody. Today I'm doing a layout for you with a photo of my stepson and his family, and I was inspired by two things to do this. One of them was the blue in their clothes. Really inspired me to use that cut apart card, and then the L Studio family. When I saw this picture, I just thought I really wanted to use that family word, and that was sitting in my December daily my little basket of embellishments, and I hadn't used it yet, so I thought this would be a perfect place to use it. I use that basket of embellishments not just in my December daily, but on any Christmas scrapbooking that I'm doing. So until I have the majority of photos scrapbooked from Christmas, or I feel I'm just done with Christmas scrapbooking, I'll keep that basket sitting on my desk for a while. Oftentimes it sits there until the end of January, even into February. So to the papers, I'm using that background polka dot paper from Teresa Collins' Christmas Home collection. That paper is called Christmas Calendar, and it's from 2011. I have really, in the past few layouts, been digging into my Christmas stash, which you probably have realized if you've been watching the videos. And I'm just so pleased that I'm able to really get into some of these pieces or papers and embellishments and get them used up. That green paper there, and oh, by the way, and I just gutted that paper, and the reason I gutted it was not because I wanted to save it, because gosh knows I've had it for 5 years, but it's because I'm thinking about matting the photo and the journaling card somehow on that paper. That green pattern paper is from American Crafts Peppermint Express, the 12 by 12 paper pad. And I didn't write down the year for that paper pad, but I think that's at least 3 years old. And again, it's digging into my stash. I've really been using what's left of that pad quite a bit lately, and I'm so pleased that I'm doing that. And I'm just seeing it with fresh eyes. I haven't used it very much anyway in the past couple of years. So it's kind of nice to be using old things, but having a fresh eye on them. So now I'm looking at how I'm going to mat those pieces. I was thinking about matting just the photograph and decided, nope, I think I really want to mat the photo and the journaling card together here. And I'm thinking about calling this layout Family Christmas. I'm looking at different alphabet selections. That was the Nicky Ricky Thickers font from American Crafts, but I didn't have enough of the letters to do the title with this. So I'm going to use this alphabet there, that green foam alpha from Dear Lizzie. It is appropriately called Mary. This one is fairly old. It was from one of her very first collections. It was a Christmas collection, but one of her very, very first collections. There was a red font in this color. As a matter of fact, I think I own the red font as well. I don't remember if it was called Mary or not. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put the word Christmas, so that the title is Family Christmas, on the bottom of this mat. But the thing that I want to do is I want to have the tall letters with the really high ascenders, because these ascenders are very high and the descenders are very long. I want those to touch the journaling card, and the reason I'm doing that is just like with your embellishment clusters. If you're layering paper and embellishments, you want the embellishments to touch as many pieces of paper as you can, because it helps bring your layout together. So that's what I'm trying to achieve here by putting that top of that H onto the journaling card. And as I'm looking at this, I'm not totally loving how that word family is sitting there, because now I've decided to use it as part of the title, so Family Christmas, versus just as an embellishment. I wasn't sure when I pulled that how I was going to handle that. Now, if I had flipped the photograph and the journaling card, I probably could have kept the word family down on the bottom, because I would have put it under the photograph and it probably would have nestled fairly nicely between the H and the T, but that's not what ends up happening there. I think it just feels like the direction of the photograph is to the left. I think it's because my stepson is turned so far to his, well, to the left of the photograph. So now I want the journaling card and the photograph to be the same height, just because that the word family isn't going to sit there anymore, because I've decided to put it at the top of the journaling card. But I'm going to have to fool with this a little bit because I didn't cut it short enough the first time, nor will I the second time. It was one of those days. So here, as you can see, now I'm overlapping the T onto the photograph, the same reason that I overlapped the H onto the journaling card, just to bring all those layers together. So I'll go and I'll cut this down again, look at it, realize, oh wait, I still didn't get it right, or I was going to cut it down, realized I probably shouldn't just estimate it, and that I should actually try to get it the same size. It would be a lot easier. And I actually just measured it. I don't measure things very often if you watch my videos. A lot of times I'm just estimating, and I still didn't get that cut right. So this time I'm just going to take my scissors out and I'm going to cut it down. And I know that if I don't have it cut perfectly straight, the word family is going to overlap that. So it'll hide some of my imperfection if it happens. Some days I can be more concerned and anal about it than others. I love these acrylics from Elle Studio. I have both words and I had stars and snowflakes for Christmas. You'll see a layout coming up where I use a lot of the acrylic snowflakes. They were a lot bigger than I expected them to be, so I didn't really use them in my December daily. So I decided I really wanted to feature them on a layout. So I'm excited to show you that. That'll be coming up in a few layouts. And right now it's a lot of Christmas scrapbooking, just because that's some of the most recent pictures I have, and since I have it out on my desk, I like to get that taken care of. All right, so I have my photo block done, and now I just need to do my embellishments. So I have the sheet of stickers from Peppermint Express that matches the green paper there. I somehow ended up getting 2 packages of them, which was actually a good thing because of the fact that I had so much paper left. So I'm tapping my fingers there because I'm trying to decide what to do. This was taken on the 25th, so I have some stickers that say December 25th that I think I want to use. I thought that reindeer was cute just because of the little kids, but it didn't work very well. And same thing with the polar bear. They were too juvenile with the family photo there. So I found this piece of candy that says, "Hope your holiday wishes come true." And then I pulled out those December 25th stickers. I've been really trying to use anything that says December 25th or December 24th on it in my layouts in my December daily. I've actually literally pulled some of the pieces out and just set them on my desk, because you can only use those on photos taken one day a year. So if there are pieces, and there were quite a few in this sticker set, there were probably at least 4 pieces that were directly date related somehow. So I cut off the fishtail side of those banners on one side, and then just let the fishtails out. I will tell you a secret, and now I'm just trying to embellish the, I'm thinking about candy canes, but they were too narrow for that. I'll tell you a little secret. As I was doing this and really looking at it, something about the layout was bothering me, and I discovered what it was after I shut the camera off, and that's that the weight of that candy on the top compared to the December 25th is, the top is just way too heavy. So after the camera shut off, I realized what was bothering me, and I flipped the 2 embellishment clusters. So then what I had to do is I had to cut the fishtails off the other side, and I hid the kind of imperfect cuts with the buttons is what I'm going to end up doing. So look for that in the still shot and then the detail shots. But I put a red and a green button on the top and bottom cluster. And then I had 6 of them, so I'm going to end up bringing them into the photo mat as well too. And then what that will do is it just leads your eye through the layout. And I know a lot of times we're used to working in the rule of 3s and we think about it framing the photograph. In this particular case, I'm using a diagonal line to draw attention to the photograph. So it goes from the top left to the bottom right. In English speaking countries, and lots of other countries, that's the way we read, is we read from the top left to the bottom right. So your eye naturally goes that way anyway, but that's just enforcing that for our eyes. And I learned that in a Heidi Swapp class years ago, and sometimes that's just how I draw the attention to the photograph. Now, I saw this sticker, this border sticker on the sticker sheet, and I decided I really wanted to use that because it's very white, and the only real white in the layout right now is the word family and a little bit of the snow on the journaling card that cut apart that came from the Peppermint Express paper pad. And there's blue on that as well too, which reinforces the blue in the journaling card, the candy, and then also in the December 25th. And since they're wearing lots of blue and gray, I thought it would be really nice to enforce that color again. So, you know, it's kind of nice that the layout is green and red with touches of blue. And I fought with this sticker a little bit. I wanted to tuck it up underneath the word. So that's what I am attempting to do here anyway. This was really fun to try to get that under there, as you can see. All right, finally got the sticker down in there. And then I decided that I didn't exactly, once I got that on, I didn't like the position of the block. So I'm shifting this down a little bit. And there we go. So I have that all on. All right, here's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you are all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye!